Om Shanti, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you might be throughout the ethers or the world out there. Welcome to the next normal. I'm Sister Jenna of the Brahma Kumaris here in Washington D.C. Been here now for a little bit over 25 years, and it's been quite a rewarding experience, but also there are times in which you recognize that the soil that you are living in needs proper tilling and nourishment. Sometimes you plant a seed and it grows very quickly, and sometimes you plant a seed and it never grows, and sometimes you plant a seed and it grows slowly. The students put together a little greenhouse here on the property, and I've been waiting for them to plant their vegetables in there, and it's not going in the greenhouse. But the greenhouse has been erected, and for the life of me, I'm not quite sure why they haven't moved forward and what was in the mindset of the project. I'm just sharing that as an example. There's a few acres of property in the backyard, and it's made up of bush, lots of bush and trees. And my mindset was, I want to make it into like a walkway. What do you call it? A nature walk, where you can walk through it and just think about your own life and your own existence. That's my mindset. Others had the same mindset, and they thought of this really elaborate way of clearing out the backyard, and I find that's the accurate way. But that costs thousands of dollars, which we just don't have to put on the property right now. And so my mindset is, all I wanted to do was to create a nature walk so that people can just walk through and experience themselves, find space and peace. So one day we were driving back to the ashram, and there was a man sitting with his sombrero, just relaxing on the bob cart next to the church. And as I passed him, I just asked Divya, could you back up a little bit? And when we backed up the car, I just looked at him and I said, brother, would you like to make a few extra, dollars today? Just at the place down the road, you have a bobcat. Are you free for like an hour or two? Sí, hermana. And I went, okay, could you follow me? So he follows behind me, might have been a minute if that much, away from the property. And he clears out the whole backyard so that we have a nature walk. Yes, it needs graveling. Yes, it needs to make sure the weed stuff that you put down so the weed doesn't grow back needs to be laid. And yes, it's a pretty large space of doing it. But nonetheless, we accomplished our nature walk. And now I'm able to walk through or drive through and show friends and family and visitors that come by, come. And then I erected life questions along the way. Who are you willing to forgive? What is your one thought that can change you? How are you feeling today? What is your next big thing to do? And as you're walking in the nature walk, you can gain those feelings. I'm telling you the story because mindset is everything. Everything. And the 8-point-something billion of us in the world, we are carrying a mindset about ourselves, and as a result of it, it extends to others and the world that revolves around us. Now, I want to identify two kinds of mindset, especially in the teachings of Raj Yoga meditation by the Brahma Kumaris. The most imperative and important mindset to cultivate now is to recognize and believe you never die. The soul is immortal, eternal, imperishable, and innately pure and peaceful. Now, sit in that mindset for a little bit. See if you can even broaden the feeling of that. And if you feel any resistance at all, that's just the ego and attachment. Pay it no attention. It's not who you really are. Just imagine that you walk around with such a mindset. I'm immortal, eternal, imperishable, pure, peaceful, powerful. It's a fact. What can you not do? What can you not be? That kind of mindset to fix your understanding and belief of yourself is incredibly beneficial for us. And that was one of the things that I loved about the Brahma Kumaris Raj Yoga class on Mekon, who am I? Once I understood that, the world was mine. There was nowhere that I didn't belong. There was no one that I didn't belong to. And there was no one who didn't belong to me. My blood relatives aren't my only world. The whole world is my blood relative. You think of that and you sit in the mindset of that. And just like in your blood relative family, there are brothers and sisters who are naughty. They don't play by the rules. They don't care about your feelings. They're always going to manipulate. They're selfish. They're going to cheat you. They're going to lie to you. They might even hurt you physically. It's their mindset. But even though that person is like that, it's still God's child. He's still related to me. As much as I might not like that, but on some unusual level, we're living in the same home, earth. We come from the same parents, God, the Supreme Mother and Father. But for some reason, their role is different. The part that they're playing is different. For the life of me, I don't know why. But my mindset is, by my innate nature, I am pure and peaceful, and there's something in him or her innately is pure and peaceful too. It's just not emerged. Imagine living with such a mindset. How would your heart flow? How would your eyes flow? How would your smile flow? How would the things that you choose to listen and serve flow through you? It's such a mindset, such a belief system. Interesting, right? What are the things that you currently are believing about yourself today? You're black, you're white, American, Indian, a wife, a husband, betrayed, a liar, a cheat, good. I want to be like Jeff Bezos. I want to be like Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk. I want to be like Donald Trump. I want to be like Kamala Harris. What's your mindset like? Still limited, isn't it? But imagine if you set yourself in the belief. The belief is, I will never die. I'm going to live for a long time. Maybe not in this body, but in other bodies. But I will keep carrying my experiences and beliefs. What will be your choices now? How many souls will you help along the way? How many souls will you love? How many opportunities will you allow love in? There are so many people in the world that have the mindset unknown to them and known. I don't deserve to be loved purely. And they will fight it and kick it away like you wouldn't believe. God is sending so much love into us, and so many of us will turn away from that love and go to where there is dislike, hate, confusion, disheartenment, depression, sadness, sorrow, blame, guilt, shame, disappointment, uncertainty, doubt, confusion. The list is endless, I tell you, if your mindset is negative. It's everything. When I was younger, I used to believe nothing was impossible. And when I came into my spirituality, that changed a little, or maybe a lot. And it's unusual, right? And it only changed because of certain relationships that my mindset started to trust and believe that perhaps what they were saying was right. And when I started to find myself reducing in a particular way, it wasn't feeling right for me. And then later on, as I really began to talk deeper to myself and to God, I was like, why am I even thinking like that? People have a right to believe how they want to believe about me. That's not my business, really. If everyone thinks of me, Sister Jenna is really trying her best. She really does well by people. You know, she's open, she's authentic, she's the real deal. You know, she's not going to pretend to be something she's not. And if people would say, well, that's not spiritual, I can't help them. People will always have things to think and say about you. But until someone lives with you, they don't know you. And even people who live together don't know each other fully. They might know of each other's weaknesses because their mind is set on their partner's weaknesses, so they don't serve their partner's potential. And when you're soul conscious, which is when you're in the mindset and the understanding, I'm immortal, eternal, imperishable, pure, peaceful, powerful, I'll never die. I've got to make good choices here. I have to say yes to everything that's good for me. And I can't let my mind be set on I don't have, which is majority of the world in their thinking. When we got the property at Om Shanti Village, because we had to move out of our other space in McLean, Virginia, we didn't have the funding. We might have had, I don't know, just such a small percentage in the savings. And at the time it was in the pandemic. So museums were closed. We were paying for both museums and the house in McLean. So 3 properties. We were in the middle of a pandemic. We were only online. There was no physical interaction. And the person that we rented the home from for 14 years, just like we've sold it, you have to move out in less than 2 months. If you remembered watching me on Spiritual Vaccine or Next Hour back in the day, I had spoken about that. The way it made me feel, the thoughtlessness, the insensitivity. We fixed everything up. We paid for everything in that space. Wherever you bring me or the Brahma Kumaris, will make that place 100 times better than you gave us. That's our energy. And I couldn't find a place that when the pandemic is over, where do I bring community? How can we manage all these facilities? My mindset was, if I think it, it's going to happen. Huh? And I remember telling the team and the crew and the family, 3 weeks. We have to raise $300,000 we'll get this house. In 3 weeks, we will do it. And everything in my being was purely intentional. It's for the whole community. I sleep on a little tiny bed in a room, on a little twin bed. That's where I sleep. It's a little table next to me. Everything that furnished the place was donated. Simple little space. Nobody would know. When you look at us and you look at the way we live, it seems so large. And when you really come down to the small aspects of our life, little tiny bed. Big Sister Jenna that does so much, little tiny bed and little coffee table, night table. In 3 weeks, we raised the money. You know why? My mindset was, the world is abundant. It has to happen. It's going to come. And so my thoughts went to only the students who I knew were committed to our cause and to our purpose. And when I explained to them what was going on, they showed up. And we met that call within 3 weeks. Then there was another one to pay the folks. Then there was another one to still pay. I have still something left in order to finish the loan. And my mindset is not there. It's like there's so many different things distracting me. This has to get that, then these, and then the visit, and then this, and then, oh, and then that, and then health, and then Sister Gita, and then this. And it's like I can't focus on it. It's like I'm not able to set my mind in, I want to take care of this burden. And it's not even a matter of asking for the donations. It's like everyone knows what it requires. And I just haven't been able to set my mind, finish paying off that. Because my mindset is not there yet. So we can also be trapped in the mindset of not being set in the mind. As if that's a pattern. So wherever you set your deepest beliefs, that's your world. If my belief is, I'm a wife, I'm a husband, I'm poor, I'm black, I'm white, I'm rich, I'm an American, I'm Indian, I can't, I won't, I cannot, I never have, then that's your reality. But if your mindset is, I'm immortal, eternal, imperishable, pure, peaceful, innately powerful, there is nothing I can't handle. My life is good. I'm blessed. There is food on the table. There's someone in the world that loves me. There's someone that I love. I'm safe. I'm able to take time to even sit here with you. And it's a blessing. And who knows what pure karma is being created between all of us because of the mindset, I'm immortal, eternal, imperishable, I'm pure and peaceful. I'm just innately powerful. don't have to try. I believe that's who I am. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Just imagine. How would you live your life with that awareness? What kind of a person will you become? Let's take a look at what our awakened intelligence defines as a mindset, or what is a mindset? How does it work? Let's take a look. A mindset is a set of beliefs, attitudes, and assumptions that shape how an individual perceives and responds to the world. It influences one's thinking, behavior, and this is the big one, decision making. Mindsets can determine how people approach challenges, handle stress, and interact with others. There are two well-known types. One, a fixed mindset. Belief that abilities, intelligence, and talents are static and cannot change. People with a fixed mindset often avoid challenges, fear failure, and may give up easily when faced with difficulties. Wow. The second mindset is a growth mindset. Belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort, learning, perseverance, and those with a growth mindset are more likely to embrace challenges, learn from criticisms, and persist in the face of setbacks. Your mindset plays a crucial role in your personal and professional development, affecting how you will perceive success, failure, and your potential growth. What a great definition from that, huh? Let's go to our beautiful Sister Gita effect and have her take us into a different mindset.
An angel whispered in my ear words of wisdom I had longed to hear. For years, many questions plagued my mind. I searched for answers but did not find. Most of my questions began with why, the awful word that made the heart cry. So I said to the heavens, I want to know. Please just tell me so I won't feel low. In that moment, the angel came, a blaze of light without a name. Hello, sweet child. Feel free to ask. To answer you is my sole task. In her presence came a burst of hope. I felt relief from the words she spoke. But what to ask? Where shall I start? With the questions in my heart and in my head, or the ache in my heart? She smiled and gave me a little wink. Why not start with the way you think? What you think determines how you feel. If your mind's at peace, your heart will heal. Have a pensive day.
Beautiful Sister Gita magic. I call her Sister Gita magic. We lost our amazing Brother Nirvir, recently. His final rites in India took place on the 22nd. And such giants, you know. What do I do with my life When you're surrounded by giants, what's my mindset? So many times we are born in families or in cultures that have bigger than life ideals and purpose. And we focus too much on, I'll never live up to you, I could never be as good as you. Nobody ever said that. That's not the right mindset. And it's just for the first time now, this is touching me. To be surrounded by so many giants, how do I use that and make my life and the world around me better? How do I respond to that? That might be another session on another day. But it's just hitting me now as I'm talking with you for the very first time. Who do I become? Being blessed by so many giants. And do I just take it for myself and keep it selfishly? Or do I pass the torch? Carry it, build, make your lives and everyone else better than even mine. It's just hitting me now. That's what makes live TV amazing. I can't find the Aviak signal for today, so I'll just go to just saying hello to everyone this morning. Hi Jenna, Sister Gita is such a beautiful angel. I love listening to her wisdom. Me too. Hi Dave. When we tap in our inner energy, magic happens. Dave, that's powerful. Dave, that is powerful. Sonia C., it was nice to see you at the Veterans Plaza yesterday, and my pure wishes and blessings are with you. So thank you for joining us this morning. Asmita, good morning. Tulas Kumari, lovely to have you. Kailash, Swarupa, Om Shanti. Feroz, hello. Gigi, certified. Dinesh, Yukti, Lilawati. Hi Aunt, how are you? Aunt Senshin. Is it Anthony for short, Aunt? So please let me know. I feel weird calling you an aunt. All right. But good morning to you. Kushali, hi. It's always nice to have everyone on. Feels this great sense of intimacy with each other. My blessings and pure wishes are with each and every one of you. And as I say goodbye to so many people who have played a very important role in my life this year, for the last 3 or 4 years, I've lost a lot of giants that have been my mentors, my family, blood, friends, people that have taught me well. They've taught me well. And so what will be my mindset? I can only immediately say, I just want to help people. That's it. That's my mindset right now. And in helping people is helping myself. That's it. Just remember to keep loving everybody the same. Your love will keep increasing for one another. It's time for us to be better human beings, better citizens for our planet. It's tiring to keep feeding algae. It's uplifting to be true. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Thank you for joining your next normal, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Meditation, intimate experiences with the divine through contemplative practices. A common sentient series by Sacred Stories Publishing. The quieter you become, the more you're able to hear. Rumi. A time to choose. We find ourselves right now in the age of great transformation, one of the most consequential moments in human history. These are indeed the times that the great prophets and seers throughout the millennia have spoken about. Mankind has experienced and survived many eras of tremendous change, of course, yet with each turn of the spiral, the permutations become more amplified, as if there will be one final revolution of the cycle that turns it all around so we can start anew once more.